Hey guys, it's Mel, and this is the Millennial by Mel podcast. Finally back. Cheers. So it's been a while since my last podcast, and a lot of you have been asking what's going on with Millennial by Mel. How's it going? When your next podcast is going to be? And my answer has been to everybody, life. Life happened. My sister and her diagnosis with MS last summer, from remitting, relapsing to progressive, was really hard for her and our family. And we've been trying to kind of get used to our new normal. My grandmother had been losing her memory a little bit and forgetting a lot of things that we were concerned about her living on her own at 92, by the way. And into the fall, we had some issues just dealing with that new normal and some of those events that were unexpected, which I think at this point today, a lot of people can relate to, that unforeseen circumstances can affect our jobs, our podcasts, our fun, our relationships, finances, all of those things that we just weren't expecting and prepared for. Last December, my grandmother got very, very forgetful, just declined, and we were going to move her into a nursing home in an apartment, but at the same time, my sister had been in a skilled nursing facility at a rehab floor trying to get better, because we all know insurance companies and trying to get some in-home care doesn't take the quickest. So that was going on this fall. And around the same time, it's very hard for my mom to deal with a daughter and a mother that are both needing so much care and attention and working full time, and having my brother and me and a husband and a job. So there was a lot going on, and obviously I was trying to be there as much as I can for my family and getting through myself, the issues that I had to deal with my sister and my grandmother, and being there for my mom too, trying to be supportive and get through all that. So definitely life took over and halted some things, but I'm glad to be back. So the holidays were a little different for us this year. My grandmother passed away the week before, and obviously we were missing her dearly and her strawberry bread. But we were very thankful that my sister was home with us and we could spend time as a family. And, we really didn't focus on the gifts. We didn't focus on the material things. We really spent time together, and it was almost a blessing for us to be able to reflect and spend that time just with loved ones and making it very, very special between us. So another part of that delay has definitely just been fear, honestly. I ran into Flora from Chicks to Chick, my chick, and she just told me, it's like riding a bike. You got to just get back on. You'll pick it up quickly. And, I told her about a lot of the stuff that's been going on in my life, and she said, you just got to do it. Just do it. These are all podcasts. These are all things that people want to hear, that everyone's going through. And that was the reason why I started. There's a lot of things that her and I talk about, and every time we talk, she says, that's a podcast. That's a podcast. So she's been great in encouraging me to use this venue and this platform to share those stories. I was worried about what everyone was going to think, that I had been gone for too long, or that I hadn't shared a podcast. And that was the bad habits that kept me from doing certain things in my business and my personal life. And you got to get out of that bad habit. And I just said, let's go during this social distancing. And while I'm home, what else am I going to be doing, right? So better time than ever. And, I just think that I was very strong in the last year, forgetting what people think. And I just had to remind myself of that. And I had to just really get back out there, and here we are. So I have a lot to share, especially lately with a lot of the millennial comments here going on, with the COVID-19 and coronavirus shutdown of a lot of businesses, most industries, affecting small businesses. Every industry obviously is affected. And I think it brought me to really think about the choices that I had and the choices that I've made, and really consider some of the decisions that I've made up until now and the decisions that I'll be making in the future. Sure. So back to choice. I've been really seeing some things too on Facebook and Instagram as far as millennials, and I'm really excited this week actually to dive in and go over some of those topics that we're still getting blamed for those kids, so we call kids, college spring breakers in Florida. You've been seeing the posts, I know. So that's not us. That's not millennials. That's Gen Z, okay? Those are college kids. We are 24 to 39 right now. So all of the kids that are there saying I'm turning 21, that's not millennials. I know you want to blame us, but we also have some boomers out there that are not at home. So, getting back to this whole podcast about what millennials are doing, I'm really excited to go over some of the things during this shutdown, this quarantine, these things. And I'm very, very, very proud of a lot of the millennials that I know, most millennials that I know, who are doing the right thing. They're home, they're with their kids, they're working from home, or they're supporting other people. They're trying to help. And I'm really glad to be a part of that generation right now who are doing some really great things for other people during this time. So keep it up, millennials. Keep giving us a good name at this time. And another thing was that I kind of got off my game a little bit with the focus of my podcast. And a little bit was because I didn't have a clear plan made. I kind of jumped into it. I was really excited. And, I think that we had a great plan. And again, life happens. But I didn't necessarily focus on the true plan that I had, which was to use this as a voice for myself. And so many topics and so many life events and stories and things that I'm going through and my friends are going through and other millennials are going through, just to sit here in my house and talk about it, and bring other people on, or whether it's through FaceTime chat or in person. But I got away from a little bit. I think I was trying to focus on bringing other people in to bring other topics, and that just really wasn't what I was trying to do at heart. And I think that when we don't focus or we get off our path a little bit, that really steers us in that direction. I think that was another thing that, I was kind of going away from what I originally planned and what I wanted. And it was hard to get back to that because I wasn't really doing it the way that I wanted to. So I had to refocus a little bit, just kind of rein it in, like we do a lot, and just get back on, on track of doing it the way that I wanted to do it, that made me happy and that I was excited about. Not that I'm gonna not have guests and visitors and other things, but this is really a way to just share topics and get some things out that it wasn't necessarily a interview style. I think that it was going to be a little different for me. So I'm excited to just have a lot of things going on right now that millennials can definitely relate to. And I hope that you all agree and will continue to watch. I was at Rhodes Pharmacy and I was up in their clearance section. Obviously, many of you know me. And I picked up this little fun book, Millennial Slang, Language of Millennials. So didn't even care what it was. I saw millennial and I had to get it. But I thought it would be fun to open it at a different page each podcast and chuckle a little bit with you guys. So I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm gonna pick just a random page. Swerve. Definition: it means you are in the wrong lane. When somebody requests that you swerve, they're saying, "You're not welcome here. Get lost. Leave us alone. Swerve." So I've heard that, but maybe I'll start to use that a little bit more. Maybe with the whole coronavirus and out here, we're gonna start saying you better swerve, get lost, get out of here. So you can use this term more now if you haven't heard of it, but more for next time. And I definitely want to talk to you about the coronavirus, COVID-19. We'll be going into some of the things that are affecting millennials and topics with work and finances and relationships. There's a lot. So I'm really glad to be back. And I just want to thank everyone for their understanding and patience. And at this time, especially when a lot of people can understand that there's a lot of struggles that people are going through that you might not know. Now more than ever, we see it, but throughout the years, we don't know sometimes that people who are quiet and not sharing those things are still going through struggles. Everyone's going through something. So thanks a lot for listening, and can't wait to millennial with you soon.